So here we are once again for some more carving fusion nonsense. I was chatting to my good buddy Spike there this morning. Tell him that I got to do some carvings and they're going to be mushrooms. I said, should I film? He goes, of course you should film. I says, actually, right, you're right. I will film. I've made tons of mushroom videos. Some of you might be saying, oh no, not another mushroom video, not another wood spirit video. Well, here's the thing. And how can I say this without sounding conceited? Because I'm not conceited. I'm the most probably humble person you've ever met in your life, and I really don't give a shit. Look at my sub count on YouTube. Look at other wood carving YouTube channel sub count. Some of them are master carvers. I show the basic shit. I do lots of basic shit. I don't care. You want to make money, this is how you make money. And these mushrooms are for very beginners. And people buy them. You can paint and you can have a lot of fun with them. You can carve little doors in them. You can carve a face on a mushroom. You can carve a grumpy mushroom. You can carve a lady mushroom. Carve any kind of mushroom you want. You paint them red with white dots. You can paint them green with pink dots. Do whatever you friggin' want. They're fun to do. And they're good for the very beginning chainsaw carvers because they just got a nice basic shape. There's no crazy stuff. It's hard to mess them up. So I'm going to make another mushroom video. So outside there I got a log that's 4 feet tall. It's western red cedar. It's ready to cut up for the mushrooms. So I'm going to make 3 mushrooms. The last lady that I made the mushrooms for, she wants 3 more mushrooms. So I says, okay, well, I'll carve you 3 more mushrooms. And this will help pay for my trip to Vancouver Island. So there's a cedar log. Actually, this is really nice cedar. Not first growth, but it's nice cedar. You can see here that all this sapwood's rotten on it. I got this wood for free. So free money, free wood's the best wood. Not always. Like sometimes free wood's really shitty. But if you want to make money, just get free wood and carve some mushrooms. This saw is the saw that some subscribers helped me buy. I had a chip-in giveaway, an older one. I got another one running right now, but this saw I bought from Ryan Cook. This saw, I didn't buy it from him new. This saw was off that show, A Cut Above. If any of you guys caught that TV show that was on Discovery that Ryan was in. I don't know what carver used this saw. This is the CS 620p. Now, I'm not very familiar with Echo saws, but Echo supports. Lots of professional carvers are sponsored by Echo. Echo totally supports the carvers in the world, right? So I don't limit myself to steel. I just use the steel saws because I got a steel dealer 2 minutes away from me. If I had a Husky dealer from me 2 minutes away, I'd probably be using a Husky. Same with Echo. This I think has a 24-inch cannon bar on there. I think it's a toonie tip or a loony tip. I haven't even used this saw. I got a brand new chain on it. But when I don't use, like this isn't that big of a saw. This is replacing my, I forget what's still one that's getting older now. But I put my chops on. Alright, so safety first when you're doing chainsaw carving for sure. Your chops are, they say cut resistant pants, eye protection, ear protection. And let's cut this up, then carve some friggin' mushrooms. Hey, Just Carve Rob, even Just Carve Rob told me I need to film this or he'd come to Canada and hunt me down with his air rifles that he's got. Little putty cat, Spike, you see the little putty cat over there? What's a putty cat, Spike? My microphone's not plugged in, but this kind of be like more of a Jordy Does video. They're kind of easier to do for me. So I'll say first of all, for the beginning carvers here, these carving bars don't have sprockets on the end of them, okay? So you run the chains loose on these bars. Now this chain is tight because it's a brand new chain. So I'm going to fire up the saw, I'm going to run it for a few minutes, and I'm going to stretch out that chain because, well, it stretches out when it's brand new. So that's what I'm gonna do first. I might as well film, doesn't matter. This saw sounds freaking cool, I like it. But if it stretches out too much, I'll have to take it back inside the tent and tighten it up a bit. And maybe I'll get this shopping buggy out of the scene so it doesn't seem like it's well, white carving fusion white trash. This is how I go around town here and collect pop bottles. Yeah, I go in garbage cans and shit. Yeah, I don't even know how to fire this up. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, I'll get these things inside there. Start talking about carving mushrooms. You know, some people might be like, oh, you shouldn't use a carving bar to buck up your wood. And I'd be like, who gives a shit? If I want to use my carving bar to buck up wood, I'll use my freaking carving bar to buck up fucking wood. What's it to you? So I got one piece already in my jaw horse. For the very beginning carvers, these jaw horses are great to have. Okay. It locks your wood in there. So this one's kind of an odd shape. What is it? 14 and a half inches. Say 15. And it's 16 inches, 15 and a half. So what I do is I decide which piece I want for the top, what piece I want for the bottom. Now let me give you a full scale here and get a pen. So this, I always start my mushrooms. This is more like a toadstool. You know, you can make little seats for kids to sit on. This, so a good call I made this the bottom because, well, it kind of seems like, well, that's not rod. I think it's just a piece of chainsaw that was hit that. Let me give you the bigger view. Now, so this will be my stock. I started upside down. I always do the stock first because how can I explain this? Well, sometimes, like for pumpkins, I always do my the bottom first because sometimes, okay, if I did the cap first, if I did the top mushroom round cap first, then it would be rounded here. It wouldn't be square, and then once it's rounded, it has a harder time sitting inside your jaw horse because it's rounded. You'll try and tighten it up and thing will just pop out. So that's why I do that. So I just kind of draw a line around it this one. And I'm going to try and make, still got all this rotten wood here. Normally I just take this off, this punky wood, but it's okay. For this video, I'll just take it off when I'm doing the carving. So there. So here will be my cap, and then here will be the stock. So this one has a thinner cap. Now, because I don't want to talk when I'm carving, because I'm going to be wearing my desk mask, but I'm going to get my saw, and I'm going to pretend this is my saw blade, or whatever, thing. I'm going to cut straight in, maybe tilt it down that way a little bit. Probably about, well, how thick do you want your stock? And also, I make it so my stock's like this, not straight up and down. I cut it in, so it's like whatever. So I'll probably cut it about this deep. This is my bar. I'll cut it about that deep in there, all the way around. Then I'll come here. I'll start right about here. Pretend this is my bar. I'll start right about here. Because don't forget, you got some bad wood on right here. I'll start right here, and I'll cut it in this way. So you're beveling it in, so it looks like the bottom's thicker. Does that make sense? Okay. And I'm going to be running my new little 162 MS 162. I'm liking that saw, with the steel carving bar on there. Just go to your steel dealer, order the MS 162, order the steel, and I repeat, order the steel carving bar. See how loose that chain is? That's a little bit too loose. Order the steel carving bar and order a quarter pitch sprocket, quarter pitch sprocket and a 50 gauge chain. You're good to go. This chain is on its last legs. Yep, I got to sharpen it too. Okay. Safety first, earplugs. Energize yourself first. Coffee. So I thought I was filming when I cut that. Maybe I was, but now I'm going to cut it in like that now. I gotta sharpen this chain. I think it might be on its last legs, which meaning like the cutters are so far back. See how small they are? I don't know, I'll see. So I just took a few minutes, sharpen my chainsaw, see how small those cutters are. It's on its last legs. Don't forget, when your cutters, you gotta keep an eye on your rakers too, right? So when you take these down, you should take your rakers down too. I don't show too much sharpening my saws because I use my Dremel to sharpen them. So there's way better videos out there how to sharpen your chainsaws from like loggers and stuff like that. So maybe like Buck and Billy Ray, he's a wicked tree faller that knows crazy amounts about chainsaws and sharpening saws and stuff like that, and he's also on Vancouver Island also. Anyways, back to it. See how this is kind of sloped in there? You know, you give them the wider base at the bottom, then you don't need anything. You can just stand them the way they are. They don't need to have rebar in them. Then put the rebar in the ground, then put the mushroom on the rebar. Just put them on the ground the way they are with the bigger stalks. Okay, so I got it rounded as much as I want to now. So now you can get the tip of your butt. Now, you do not have to have a carving bar to make these mushrooms. You can do it with a normal bar, but just be careful for kickback. These bars have less chance of kickback. So now if you want, I never do it, but you can give them the, you know how those mushrooms have like line things underneath the mushroom? You can give them the lines if you want. I usually don't do it because who looks at the bottom of the mushroom when it's in the ground, right? So, anyways. Okay, that noise that you hear in the background is my dust mask fans. But here's this sounder with the flapping disc on there. Just going to kind of round it out. Okay, so there you can see the stalks round. It's got a big stalk. It's like a money's mushroom. So I'll have to do a couple more cleanups with the grinder. But, you know, you could do thinner stalks and then just leave this part at the bottom. Here's the base. So you got a base that maybe rocks or something, I don't know, or a log or just the ground. So have this whole bottom there, then just carve a thin stalk in here and shape it. This is just kind of how I do my mushrooms. So here's the top of the piece. So I kind of want this one just to be, I don't know, here'll be the center of it, and just kind of round it off. Just real simple, nothing complicated. So what I'm going to do now with my saw is I'm going to go along and I do a cut like this all the way around. I could cut it and then turn it, but I'm just going to do this square cut all the way around. Then I'm going to do a cut here, and just kind of start rounding it off. So there you go, with showing you all the steps that I took to carve this. Now if you want to make it really round, like even with that grinding sander, you'll get like kind of square edges. Just pull out your orbit sander, just get an orbit sander, you know, like, and that will get rid of the square edges. But I just can't find mine, I don't know where I put it. But yeah, so that's that. Now I'm going to do another one like this. I think I'm going to make it so the next mushroom cap is kind of like this. I got to make two more. So the next one's going to be like this, and I'll think about the one after. This is a little bit of a wet cedar, but that's okay. You know, carve it wet. When you carve it wet, you sell it to them fast. It has no cracks. Because once it starts drying out, it's going to start cracking. So carve it wet, sell it wet. Yeah, trust me. Doesn't matter. People, the last mushrooms I sold, these people had cracks in them, so it's wood, it cracks. It shows that it's authentic. Okay, so I'll get the next one done. I'm gonna put on my my music buds, and start blasting off some music and just carve them fast. Get them done. I wasn't planning on making this video today. Those mushroom orders just came in last night, but reading some of the comments for my last video, that what did I carve yesterday? Oh, that sign. I said I'm going to Vancouver Island. Now I'm filming that whole trip, so I don't know if I said that on the video, but yeah, I'm filming it so you guys can see beautiful British Columbia, Vancouver Island. In my opinion, it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. But anyways, yeah, I'm filming it. All right, so there is a Carving Fusion China Cap mushroom. So 1, 2, I got one more to go. I'm sitting here just having a little break. Don't forget to take your break, drink lots of coffee, drink lots of water. Sitting here looking at my stuff and just kind of daydreaming. I got these planters here I got to carve when I get back from my island trip. And then I got a planter here. I got that one hollowed out. But the one beside it, it's going to get blurry. That one there is not hollowed out. What I'm going to do with that one when I get back is it's going to be a simple carving. Just put it on the ground, hollow it out, put some succulents in it. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Anyways, it's starting to rain out there now, but it's sure muggy today. But on this, if you look at this mushroom to kind of give you guys ideas, so now if you wanted to, you could carve a little gnome door in there, carve some flowers on the side, carve a window, carve some shingles on the roof. Might not be a mushroom, but it still look cool. I got a bigger log in my tent that's kind of, it's cedar, but it's not the best. It's cracked a little bit. Maybe I should do something like that and put it in the spirit trails that I've created here in Ladner. If you don't know the spirit trails that I've done, I put a bunch of, when I first started chainsaw carving, wood spirits in there. You can Google the Ladner spirit trails and you'll see all the carvings in there. Anyways, just ideas. I'm having a real struggle wanting to carve this last mushroom. I just want to go home, eat the other half of the pizza that I ordered last night, and open the mold up that I made for the later cases. Yeah, I made a mold, whatever. Anyways, shit pants. So, that's going to be a wrap for me. Thank the Lord. You know, I was joking around just the last little bit here. Carving these mushrooms get repetitive, but trust me, I'm not ashamed to keep carving them. Like, I can carve stuff way better than these mushrooms, but you're always getting better. You're always learning new things. You're learning your tools better. You're learning how to turn the bar in the wood to make ones like that. You're always getting better. So just keep on. For myself, I have to repeat. Not that I wanted to do these mushrooms today, but they're done. So these mushrooms are done. So now for my trip to Vancouver Island, they'll pay for a hotel for one night. That's it, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the summer. And so after this video will be the mold video, or maybe the mold video with the later cases will be first. Anyways, talk to you soon. Thanks for all the support, everybody.